city and I'm your TP. I'm the beach, you're the bikini. The remote control, you're the TV. DVD player, I'm the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gon' bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old? Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Baby, I won't leave your side. Angel face with angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it, mind you left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl, it's not an accident. So if you give me your heart, I promise I will represent. You're my pieces, I'm your puzzle. You're my rain, I'm your puddles. You're my teddy bear like Snuggles. If it's team us, let's huddle. We can be strength in life struggles. You're my red nose with no muzzle. I can be the product, you can be the dollars. Girl, let's orchestrate this hustle. Oh yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Yeah. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. If I am directions, you would be the destination. If I were an employer, would you choose my occupation? I must be a shovel, cause I'm digging you penetration. Girl, your love's got a hold on me like if I'ma slide on the playground, would you slide down my sliding board? Oh, yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. I won't leave your side.
Do you care to know why thousands of people have switched from using oil-bomb paint to using Zize quality paint? Zize quality paint is a high-quality American non-hazard latex paint that doesn't fade or peel off your walls when applied. Zize quality paint comes in variety of colors that you can choose from. We even customize our customers' paint based on their request just to satisfy their desire. Stop by at any of our 3 branches at Police Academy Junction opposite NP Fueling Station, Baptist Seminary opposite Highway Gas Station, and St. Paul Bridge opposite Michael Plaza. Zize quality paint can be used for both interior and exterior painting works. Customers living overseas can pay through Zelle on 217-720-8858. You can contact us via cell numbers 0777-366-142 or 0770-496-273 or +121-772-08858. Think Zize, think quality.
Spicing up, what's next?
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on UN Drive at Sion Town, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231-775-987-758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
My people Hello. Hello. Have you guys heard the latest news in town? No. What happened?
And what's the latest news?
Sika Motors have added a new brand of vehicle to their vehicle lines, and it is called Mitsubishi. It comes in pickups, SUV, and trucks. Hell, who's coming from Sika Motors? And you know, we all running all the time, carrying heavy loads, and most times we spend money on our carriers, right? Yes, man. Then listen carefully. I heard Sika Motor Mitsubishi vehicles are very strong, sophisticated, pleasing designs, durable, extremely comfortable, and most importantly, they come with upgraded features which allows you to drive smoothly on damaged roads in both rural and urban areas. And this could lessen your expenses on spare parts. That's true. But that's not all. Yeah, you're listening. Sika Motor also have spare parts for all their vehicles they are selling. So it won't give you hard time to go look from garage to garage, from spare parts store to spare parts store. Yes, so you have heard all. You can now get stronger and comfortable Mitsubishi pickups, SUV, and trucks from Sika Motors. They are located on UN Drive and Ceylon Town, Bourgeois Island. Their email is sikamarketing@cfao.com.
For more information, you can contact Sika Motors on 0775 987758 or 0881 937000.
Sika Motors.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa, and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Warwick, welcome to another edition of the Costa Morning Show. Brakai Amara Kamara is my name, but today you are smiling this morning. I don't know what's but I just get a vibe.
I heard my daddy voice yesterday on the Costa Show, so I'm so happy. I don't even know how to say it.
Yeah, so he chipped in yesterday on the Costa Show, but today we have some few things to look at. Let me say good morning, welcome to all our listeners, those in radio land, those listening to us through the social media platform, the WhatsApp, that's the YouTube, my tune, the Facebook page, wherever you are, welcome. Martina Kunate, Sylvester Teves Na, and I Boakai Amara Kamara. We are pretty seated here for you. And this morning we'll dig deep into the closet of Mr. Weir. We are few months to the elections, and we want to know, Liberians, what do you make of the upcoming elections, and what have we achieved under this leadership since they took over the mantle of authority of our country? And Mr. Weir, there have been a lot of things that he have done, positive, negative. Some will say positively, some will say negatively, but we will chip chat on every bit of it. Weir left the country for 48 days. We have to remember that as we approach the elections. Weir did a lot of things. He made a lot of promises, and he never fulfilled. We'll also be looking at that. And Martina, you've been following this Charlotte Musu case. The family left town, they left Morovia and went back home in a county because they came to bury their deceased, the little girl, but the government haven't been able to turn the body over to them. So they were here for like 3 to 4 months. Now they have been, disenchanted, so they left Morovia. They are gone back home to Maryland. You've been following the case. Give us a little information about it. What you know about it? How far are we now with this case? Because the
Why
government
I
just
don't
not.
know why your line breaking or that if on my end. If your line breaking, I don't know. Everything you're saying, I just get. I know. Say we family were here. They went to Maryland. I don't know.
You getting me now? Probably from your end because Teves is getting me. You getting me now?
I think it's from
Yeah, I get
Martina.
you now.
Martina, you have to restart your phone and come back in. I beg
Yeah.
you. Yeah, just restart your phone.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Teves, let's look at this Charlotte Musu case. The family, they came in town to bury the little girl, but up to now, the government haven't been able to turn the body over yet to the family. So they can't be in town. Their time is being wasted. So they return back to Maryland County, where they came from. And they went back with sadness that they were not able to lay their daughter body to rest. You've been following this case, and the government have refused to come up with a statement or the report they conducted, the autopsy report they conducted on the little girl. Here we are now. How far are we from your own perspective?
Boakai, good morning, and good morning to our many listeners. It is good to be back on the nation's premier platform. Uh, basically, we've been following the case at some point in time, and we decided to pay attention to different things as the issues pop up and day by day in our country. But this case is been hugely and heavily characterized by politics, right? And somebody losing their life instead of authorities, right? Going to the depth or the in-depth part of this matter, people are politicizing this particular issue. People from the opposition, people from the ruling establishment, right? So opposition figures or people were pointing fingers at the government vis-a-vis members of the Maria City Corporation and why seditions, people within the government or from the CDC, the party, were pointing fingers at the former Chief Justice that she's, is involved with respect to the death of Charlotte Robert or Charlotte Musu. There have been claims and counterclaims, right? So it has become a tradition, probably to get to a full conclusion of any criminal case involving the death of somebody specifically, if there is a controversy surrounding that particular issue, there is a request from either party, either the government or the victim, family members of the victim, to request for an autopsy, right? So they didn't know how they could go with the autopsy, but we were told, right, that the police has concluded for investigation and the funding supposed to be released. And up to present, some members of the government and opposition community are saying that the justice minister in person of Friend Musadin is is keen on not releasing the findings of this report. And a lot of claims coming out that the report favors the former Chief Justice. Another report saying that it is against the former Chief Justice. And so there are claims and counterclaims to the extent that the biological parents of Charlotte Rabbit, or not Charlotte Rabbit, Charlotte
Musu.
Musu, they came from Maryland. They spent almost 3 months here and tried to see whether the government could bring this matter to a closure. But unfortunately, they got very disappointed. They got very discouraged, and they left and went back Maryland County. So the matter is still at hand. We are with because yesterday there were a group of protesters, right? They have petitioned the Minister of Justice. They have petitioned the Minister of Justice. They have petitioned the legislature. I think yesterday it was the representative of Bone County, Marvin Cole, and that of the chairman on Rules Order Administration, Dr. Johnson Gueglo, where they were representing the legislature to hold the how they call it the petition from those protesters. So we wait to see the outcome of that particular matter, and we hope because we are discussing the life of an individual brother. You can get family members of this individual grieving, and without coming to a logical conclusion on this matter. It hurts anyone. It embarrasses anyone, brother. It gives people that sense of not trusting their government. It gives people that sense of not believing in their government. It gives people that sense of we will take matter into our own hand because when we call the government in, the government doesn't play her part that she ought to play. So we hope that in the sooner possible time the government will have this funding be released, and those people that are involved, that's part of the startups, whether in government or out of government, can be brought to book and make sure that the matter comes to a closure. Those who are supposed to face injustice, let them face justice, brother.
Martina, there's this article, and we are looking at it. It says Charlotte Musu biological parents return to Maryland County with more confusion, grief, and uncertainty as to when their daughter will be released for burial amid government silence. This government been silent on the issue of Charlotte Musu, and now the family returned to Maryland County. They are, they are disenchanted. They are frustrated that they can be able to get their daughter's body to bury. You've been one of the advocates following this little girl case. Where are we on this?
Well, God, thanks for the topic on our discussion this morning. But let me say this, Baka, the issues with Shadow Musu and Council of Global Musu Scott, it have become very, very confusing to me. Baka, if I tell you, say I don't know a lot that happened in the case, I will be lying to you. But it's just hard for me to speak it out, to be honest with you. Because information that I get concerning this case is so much confusing to me, and I don't really know what happened. Yesterday, I saw the video of the protester at Capitol Building, and some people are even saying that Musa Dean should resign. You understand? But Blanca, like I said, what I know about the case, I just have to keep silent and wait till the autopsy report can come out. And maybe from there, one or two family members will come in to talk. Then we will come to tell the public what we've been getting and what's the information we've been hearing about the whole case. But Wakati, then to be honest with you, the issue of Shalom Musu right now is very, very complicated. I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to you, Waka. The information I'm getting about the case, I don't even know where to start from, and I don't even know how to say it. But we wait for the autopsy report to come out, and maybe if what we are getting it is true, maybe one or two family members will come out to speak and say, no, we don't want this. This is what we hear, and this is what happened. Yes, but till then, Boyka, I don't even know where to start from. I don't know why the people delaying with their case. Boyka, it have become a culture in our society that each time people commit crime, the culture of impunity continue to roam in our body society. And Boyka, let me say this to our viewers. Justice delay, justice denial, it causes violence in our society. That's why when I hear people talking about peace, I get laugh. Because a lot of people in this country, they are not at peace. They're just waiting for something to spark up and they think they can pay their debts. So say Liberian men. Many things are happening under the regime of Josh Manawia, and at the end of the day, it was swept under the carpet. And we're witnessing the same incident again with Shadow Musu case. All those things causes violence, Waika. Because I will not be victimized, and at the end of the day, the perpetrator walk freely. Then you come to me, you preach about peace. But like I said, people saying, the sedition saying that Councilor Musa Dean is protecting Global Musu Scott. They don't want to give the police chance to do their work. And the Shallow Musu family, they are saying that they want their daughter Bale for burial, and the government refusing to give their daughter Bale. But Baka, like I said, the whole case is very, very much confusing. I pray to God that the truth reveal. I pray to God every hidden agenda in this case, let it come to light. At least let we break that this time around. Even though Shadow Musu did not come back to life, but this time around we get justice. That's what I want to hear in this case. That at least we get justice. Because all the murder cases that been going on, it was swept under the carpet. But I'm hoping that this time around we get justice so we can break through that everything we've been doing, but at least we want one case against the many cases that we had under the George Manel we are reaching. But it's like it's going to be swept under the carpet again, Boyka. Like the way they swept the other one under the carpet, it's going to be the same way. So I don't really know. And I pray to God, let him tell the people, Bale, well, Boyka, if you cannot give me justice, give my child Bale to me, let me bury her. Because as long that girl is in government hospital, they have not buried her yet, the family will not forget. From the time Charlotte Musu died up to now, if the family were going to bury, then the day their wound we were going to be really small, 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 small. But till then, that fresh body lying down in the morgue, right now, the wound, it will get fresh every day that break. So I hope they will give the family their body and just so they can just bury their daughter and let everybody be at peace. Because this is so sad for your young daughter to die and her body just roomy, her soul just roomy everywhere and her body lying down one place, all in the name of justice. And you know within yourself at the end of the day, the public, the family, everybody will be denied justice. My God.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. We just thought to flag that in, and we are calling on the government for speedy trial. At least let it come up with the speedy investigation. Rather, let them come up and tell us how far they are when it comes to the autopsy report and X, Y, and Z. So we just started to flag that in. But guys, we are approaching they must talk about 2023 elections. October is here, and me say close to being here, and we are just a few months away to the elections. We are under the microscope this morning, and to talk about some of the things that Liberians should know before heading to the elections. We saw the shortage of rice, shortage of gasoline. We saw a lot of things happening under our administrations, and we saw some of his cabinet ministers denigrating Liberians, making mockery out of Liberians, doing a lot of things under the administration. We are heading to the elections, and we are his folks think that they have done well, and we should give them a second term. And the opposition bloc, those that are not in favor of WIA, are saying that this administration failed miserably, and we have to take them out of power and bring on new people. We are few months away to the elections. We will conscientize our voters, our Liberian people. As we head to the elections, there are a few things that you need to know about. From my end, I would just tell you, if you think that you have benefited or under this administration, or your life has improved as a citizen of this country, I beg you, please go and re-elect Uia. And if you know within yourself that you suffer the pinch while Uia was in while we have been president for us, and he has divided the country. He have done a lot of things to the country. He have misused our resources and a lot of other things. There is time now that you go to the ballot box and vote this man out. So there are two messages. If you think he have done well for you, it's left with you. Vote him back. If you think he haven't done well for you and your family and the country at large, then you have to rethink that decision and vote him out. Let's look at, let's put we are under the microscope. Since the 2017 elections, according to the CDC administration, they have done well for this government, for the Liberian people, and they are seeking re-election come October 10th, 2023. How far are we when it comes to the election and the well-being of the Liberian people? What are your own take on this?
Yeah, Bwaka, thank you. I think we have a chit chat on the similar thing yesterday, in where we had a specific emphasis on the issue about you being somebody from an humble beginning, and where we placed we are in that category. And but basically, Bwaka, we has touched the hope and aspiration of the Liberian people. I can say that for the fact. The expectation that people had, and we are coming to the fray, not being that traditional politician, Waka, and where we have people who've been around from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, who understand our traditional politics. We are not being that guy. And people thought it was that you have been a different kind of human being who could transform the livelihood of our people, who understands the suffering masses of our people, somebody who from a slum community, somebody who knows what it means to sleep on wrinkled stomach or belly. And so people felt that they empathized, we are, because they found themselves in similar condition. But to the contrary, we has proven to be a very wicked and bad leader, an insensitive leader, somebody who doesn't care. As a matter of fact, Barker, you saw where you met the country, right? You claimed that the reserve was empty. It didn't mean anything. Any people, they perished the purpose of our country. You being an ordinary person, not that traditional politician. According to you, you meant well for the people. You came into power, Barker. Hey man, for God's sake, Barker, for God's sake, right? That man started to condition his life, building condominiums, doing expensive travels, flying around with private jets. When he's being questioned, the only thing he had to tell the Liberian people he was doing seemed to boost his morale. Today, have the conditions of our people been solved? Absolutely no, Bwaka. We're seeing injustices being rendered all over the country. We're seeing extrajudicial killings being carried on. We've seen rampant corruption, Bwaka. We've seen people using their proximity to the president, hurting other people. Yesterday, the president has not stepped in to say anything of such, Bwaka. How can we re-elect this man?
Yeah,
The other
tell
day,
us.
the other day I listened to a special I come in Bwaka. The other day I listened to a special in Glasgow, somewhere in Clareton, bro, talking about George Weah have built more roads in the country than any other politician. Come on. If you are discussing development, right? One of the characteristics of development, Bwaka, is the issue about durability and sustainability, right? Those roads, the community roads that George Weah is building, what is the lifespan? Did they tell us? As a matter of fact, some of the roads, the community roads from 2018, 19 that they have built, almost everything have destroyed, Boaga. Is that what you call development? Boaga? Is that what you call development? That people will sit and be bragging without shame? Is that what you call development? What should we really let George Weah?
Yeah, but they think they are saying that they think that the time frame given to them 6 years is insufficient to complete what they have started. That's a normal argument, and we should give them the second term. They will do better in the second term than the first.
The first term we gave them, Waka, the first term we gave them, you saw them enriching themselves. They never thought on second term. They never thought on second term. Every saying that you heard at the time Waka was, the ball will rule for 24 years. So they did that after the first 6 years, second 6 years, 18, then the last year that will make it 24. At the time you start developing a country. 6 years is not sufficient. The start of every game determines Waka how you will proceed in the next time to come. And the starting of the CDC-led government prove to anybody that they can do better. It will give them another 6 years. The guys will already have in mind that after their 12 years, God forbid, if they shoot out, they won't get 10. The last 6 years, they will use it to do more harm to our country, Bwaga. The first 6 years, we didn't see anything tangible that you've done. We should give you another 6 years. Bwaga, even at an employment side, right? At an employment side. If you sign a contract for 1 year, right? And there is a clause there for the renewal. Before that contract is being renewed, your first 1 year performance should prove to your employer that yes, indeed, this man is what, they make contract, they make performance what being extended. But the first 1 year I gave you on a contractual basis, you didn't prove anything tangible. You didn't bring extra, activities to the company. You didn't do anything that warrants me, extend your contract for another 1 year. A son employer, an employer who goes on bringing things on a merit basis, Waka, will not renew that particular person's contract because you didn't prove anything positive the first year contract I gave you. Why should we give another 6 years to George Weah, who has damaged the country, who doesn't have control over the cabinet ministers, who doesn't have control over ministers, government officials? He doesn't have control over them. Any Tom, Dick, and Harry of this government can just wake up once some money and make an open statement. George Weah won't do anything. You follow recent day with Koji, Waka? The justice minister, as per the constitution, is the only person who disagrees with the president. It's a person who disagrees with the president. That person, that minister, has that exclusive right guaranteed by the constitution. You get one certain mayor who woke up one morning, made the upset of outlandish statements, insulting people. The president did not do anything. And when it supports the fact that they allege saying that George Weah is the one who sponsored these verbal attacks against this senior government official, it just supports it, Waka. It supports it. Weah has lost it. We cannot renew Weah's contract. He has lost it. So that is why we are looking for a unique and prepared person who can take the mantle of authority. Okay. That is what we are looking for. But for Weah, Weah has done nothing for all the extent his contract. He has damaged his country. Some of the gains that we made yesteryears, Weah has carried our country way back. When people coming out in the 90s, the early 90s, There was a somebody I think on DC or one of the radio station to be. They say Ecobo put Charlie way back. But how do we are not push our country way back? We cannot extend George Weah's contract. Martina in Lavin, the Ecobo put Charlie way back. How do we are not push our country way back, Boga? So I was
All right,
just
so
gonna
let's cross over to Martina. Martina, there have been a lot of things citizens normally point at. The construction of the Invisible Park, the 14 military hospital, a lot of rules according to them in under this administration, and the tuition free at the University of Liberia, and a lot of other things that they think can make them to be re-elected comes 2023. And they think that President Weah was just beginning something for the first turn, and the second turn will be more better than this the first turn. What you make of other for the things? Let's not forget these governments too, one way or the other, they are trying their best to get things done under their administration. So let's look at from your own point of view. What you make of for the Weah administration since 2017?
Why God, let me say this, right?
Mm.
The choice is Liberians. Why God, from the time some of all we started having our show, we've been exposing ills within our society. Why God, there is no stone we have left unturned. So if Liberian think, why a Calasco will tell them, why Jefferson Kochi will tell them, people who benefiting on the expense of the Liberians people who couldn't afford daily bread to eat, people who couldn't afford their rent to pay, and today they living a luxurious life. If the Liberian people will listen to them and say, give job, we are second term, that's their business, boy. I'm not going to hear my head on that. All the time we've been discussing on social media, we've been exposing ills within our society. We've been exposing corruption in our government. We've been exposing people who have damaged the system. If Liberians will blind their eyes and close their ears to everything that we've been telling them because of election, and Jowia come to them with his officials who left him on this expense of them to convince them for them to vote for him, the choice is Liberians. We can't change nothing. Why can't, if the people want to vote for George Manuel Weah, nothing will say yeah that will change their mind. Let them go ahead. If they think their children will going to a better school, their children, they can afford their children's school fee, they can afford food for their children to eat, everything they're doing is okay for them, let them go ahead and vote George Weah. The time for us to campaign, that time has passed. We are exposed a lot of things that have been happening in this government. If Liberians were listening to people who benefiting on their expense, boyka, that's their business. And people who enjoying for this government, they're going to listen to them, boyka, is up to them. Because we cannot say nothing now that we have never told the Liberian people in the past, boyka. We have told the people a lot of things. The 14 military hospital you're talking about, I don't call it 14 military hospital, I call it 14 military portrait. Why can't I went in corner created and see the 14 military hospital, peace be unto his arches. My grand uncle, my mother uncle, right? When I went in corner, he went into braids business. He would buy the different type of braids, and the white people will come buy it for him. He had our business in Liberia. Yeah. We had our business in Liberia. Yeah. So Boyka, the business, during the war, he transferred to Guinea. So the portrait fund that he built, Waka anytime see the 14 military hospital, he just carry my hat on my grandfather portrait fund that he built in Guinea. A DDA Dorogba who not work in government, nothing. See the hospital he built and donate it to the people. But our war best, African best, the title he carry, even DDA Dorogba not carry half. War best, African best, European best, now head of state. He couldn't build a hand pump to donate it to his people when he was playing football, or even after to give it to his people. Only in the name of politics, he acting like he loves us so much. Liberian people, look at Jowia lifestyle in the past and look at now. Jowia after his football career, Jawia was very broke, living in a rehab. Today, Jawia on 9th Street, Jawia all the money Jawia made. Jawia never knew that he was supposed to break that house down to build it. But after he became head of state for these poor people in their country, that when Jawia knew that he needed to build his Jamaica resort, he needed to build his 48 condominium, he needed to build a house at 9th Street. And when Jawia realized all those things, a buffer Chimo that was representative during Ellington. Today, a buffer Chimo never knew that he needed to buy 250,000 compound. Only when he became speaker, that's the time he realized that he's supposed to buy a 250,000 compound. A Jefferson coach that couldn't afford a one-bedroom apartment, today living in duplex. A Maluba Molu today able to export and import girls out of Liberia. But these people living on the expense of the ordinary people. We don't need to waste our energy explaining to our people. They already know, they have seen the reality. But the demon that can pass around in this country during election period is about time everybody that mean well for this country and her people to get on their knees to pray that demon shouldn't come. Because when you look at the past record, we Liberians, we don't have no good records of voting for a leader that get us at heart, that will push our country forward. We always vote for leaders that will come to live on the expense of the ordinary people. That at the end of the day, we start passing around crying. We want justice. Look at the justice system under a George Mane. Any regime breaker is not better than Jawia regime. I can tell people. Ellen gave birth to any regime, taught Jawia regime how to steal from the Liberian people. But let's look at the justice system, breaker. Let's look at the justice system. Our justice system is damaged. People die every night and day, and at the end of the day, we don't get justice. If the Liberian people is satisfied, if they want us to die in Dawson, let them vote Jawia for the second term. And when every morning we wake up, we'll find 12 ballet in the street.
Ask you a question, Martina. You have outlined a lot of things, and we think you think that we are men and they can do well. So I'm going to push you guys a little bit to the wall this morning with a few questions, and the Liberians will listen to you guys. You guys have to be real to them. My question is, if we think that this we are men is not capable of serving the Liberian people again, who's the alternative? Who can we entrust with the question, with the country? Who you think is capable of doing? Let's forget about our own feelings. Let's just focus on the Liberian people. Who you think? You have the Tiawan Gongolo, you have Kumis, you have Boaka, you have other people that are contesting for this position. Who can we entrust our country with now to replace we are and do better than we are? I begin with you, Martina. The same question will go to Teves.
Boyga, let me say this, right? It's so sad. The people who mean well for this country, the Liberian people, don't follow them. Boyga, before we get closer to election, I was supporting Joseph Neiman Boyga. Right? But with all the people that coming on Joseph Neiman Boyga ticket right now, other people believe that you don't share votes. You don't separate vote. I agree, granted. But before these people come to join Joseph Boyka, but then we already had the numbers. We already had the numbers. There are two politicians that were discussing in this country and even up to today. It was Joseph Neiman Boyka and George Mane Weah. We already had the numbers. So in my belief, we don't need very people that help to damage this system beyond repair. But if the people who say they are coming for change, they are coming to rescue our country, the people who say they're coming to fix our country, and they're going in bed with these people who have damaged the system, and you want me, Martina Konate, to believe that yes, indeed, these people going to rescue this country, these people going to fix the damaged system that we're complaining about? Boyka, if you ask me for now, I don't know for now to election what's going to happen. If you ask me for now, I will tell the Liberian people the best alternative He might not get the numbers, but the best alternative, the man who talk about change, the man who talk about fixing the system, not from his leg, but from his heart, I will tell you, is Tiawa Gongoro. Any other thing, Tiawa Gongoro, they just speak it because they want to come to power to continue the same thing that Ellen started, so we are doing, so they will continue their own too.
Okay, so let me follow up. Let me make a follow up to the question. Teves, you're coming on the same thing. What you saw previously that you supported, that you pledged your support to Ambassador Boakai, and that you are not seeing now that you are withdrawing your support from Ambassador Boakai, and what you see in Tiawan Gongol that you are pledging your support because he haven't announced his running mate yet. He haven't tell the Liberian people who are on his team.
I have not given my support yet to Councilor Tiawa Gongolo.
So what you saw in Boakai that you previously supported, and now that you are not seeing
what I saw in Boakai.
I come in, Martina. And do you still believe that he can do well when it comes to administering? Do you still believe that he can do well as a president without the support of other people?
Boakai, let me predict this today to the Liberian people. What happened today, we predicted it in the past, and today it came to reality. Boakai, let me say this to you. Honor a Joseph Nima Boakai government or honor a Alexander Kumi's government, there will be, I don't want to say extrajudicial killing, because I don't know who's going to go against them. I don't know. But like honor George Manning, where you wake up every morning, you find body everywhere in the street. I don't think we're going to experience that under their regime. Let me say this. I don't think we're going to experience that. But the justice system, they will increase the damage in the justice system. They both can. Corruption, it will increase. When it's 100%, it will go to 150%. They both can. To fix the system, it will be damaged more and more. And I don't care how people feel, but this is the reality of Boakai. They will not fix nothing. And let me say this. What I saw in Joseph Nima Boakai from the beginning, look, Boakai, we know politics. Like I said, some of our days of being deceived in politics have passed. The time we were at the back, when the people finish decide, then they can't tell us what they want to tell us. That's the time we used to be deceived in politics. But now the place we have reached at in politics, it's very hard for some of us to be deceived. Boakai, these people that are coming on board, you know how our politics work in Liberia. They're not just coming to support. They're coming on round table. For common example, I saw people posting everywhere. Oh, more Ali stand down. Yes, more Ali stand down. But we're part of the discussion for the Young Bleed Fashion to come on board to support the rescue mission. These are one of the things that were placed on the table. I want 5 districts and United Party, and I'm going to feed a candidate in there. You will support my people. We know this. You not just skip to the table because we all need to come together for the sake of Liberian people. No, there was conditions and there was interest that were placed on the table. And every other people that coming to join the rescue mission, their interest have been placed on the table, but they will never be bold, and they will never be bold enough to come tell the Liberian people that this is the agreement that we went in with these people before they come to support us. They will only tell you that the people come to support us, we need their vote, but they will never tell you the agreement that they all agree upon when they sat on the round table. So, Boakai, let me say this to you. The thing I saw in Joseph Boakai, I supported him from the beginning because I never saw him in bed with corrupt people. I never, even people that we accused during the Madam Salif time for being corrupt, they fought a Joseph Nima Boakai 2017 election because he said that he's going to be transparent, he will prosecute corrupt people. If Joseph Nima Boakai rejected a Prince Johnson with all the offer he placed on the table, Why back then the election was tough. And now what a Prince Johnson, a George Manuel Weah have proven himself to the Liberian people. What the Liberian people already want you. They already made up their mind to vote for you. You don't need these people for you to win election. These people, they are single people that benefit on the expense of the Liberian people. If the people in Nimba County say Prince Johnson not on your team, they will not vote for you. The life Prince Johnson living, he living there for he and his family. It's not a Nimbanian that living a life. If the people in Bombay County say they can't vote for you except you bring Edwin Snow on the ticket, then let them go. Because we have to change our people mindset. We can't tell the people that these people bad at the end of the day. Then we come, the people see us working with these same people, the people will take us to be fools. I want our people to know this today, Boyka. We've been accusing the people of being a bad leader, signing bad agreement that affects the Liberian people, who doing business with people that affect the Liberian people, signing a bad law, breaking the rules of law in this country. At the end of the day, all in the name of winning election, then the people see us working with these same people. They're going to take us to be a joker. And Boyka, some of us, we have sacrificed a lot in this country for our character to just be placed on the line. Today, the PC people are asking you to come support these people tomorrow. They will tell you, but you knew that they were bad and you worked with them before. I see the question, the placing that question to people. Now they're calling us to go on to come on board. But tomorrow, when we start to speak against these very people, they will say, but while you work with these people, you know everything about them. You're exposed to people at the end of the day, you keep on round table, you still work with these people. Why here? If the Liberian people mind will not change, some of us will be on record that we try to change their mind to understand the good apples and the bad apples in society. But we can never join things that we criticized before and today to come and sing praises to it. So that's what make I'm not supporting Joseph Boyka. And the best alternative for now, I think Tier 1 going to get an integrated team for now.
Okay, thank you so much. That's your view. We'll cross over to Teves. And like I said, everybody here on the Costa Show have their own point of view, why they want to say who they think is much suitable to replace the Weah administration. Cross over to Teves, the same question. I guess you understand the question.
Yes, very well, Baga. Very well.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me first start by saying, that I normally say the Baga. My head is very big, that it doesn't fit in anyone's mouth. Meaning, I speak my conscience and I say it as it is. Never in my life have I tried or attempted to enslave my conscience. A few minutes ago, we were criticizing George Weah. Right? We were criticizing George Weah and his government. Let's look at this. The government of George Weah is not being single-handedly run by George Weah alone. There are lieutenants that aid George Weah in the process. Meaning the combination of individuals making sure that policies are put together for the functioning of the state. For Joseph Boyka, I support Joseph Boyka. And now I'm like weighing in. I still support Joseph Boyka. But I'm like weighing in as to see the day-to-day play of the politics. George Weah is not fielding alone. Some of the guys who have left George Weah today that are supporting Joseph Boyka is where my problem lies. Because they have aided George Weah to get the country where it is today. Yesterday, I'm supporting Joseph Boaga, but still circumspect of how things are going. I've always said this about political negotiation. Political negotiation is where things are pulled together, interests are brought together, and reason together. The likes of Alex Sparrow, the likes of James Barney, the likes of Ahmad Jala, the likes of Prince Johnson, and others who have contributed to the failure of the Weah-led government. Now they are seeing that there is no more time for Weah. They are now shifting the pendulum. They are now shifting the pendulum to the Boaga side. And make no mistake, Boaga, these people are former and current government officials. They have some respect. They have various constituencies and what have you. But their record of serving the Liberian people is what that have been brought on the pedestal for discussion. They have negotiated. People are endorsing JMB's candidature. If they're not there endorsing because they want to endorse, Boaga, come on, man.
So
a fool would think in that direction. Only a fool would think in that direction that people there endorsing without any negotiation.
So I want to ask this question: have there been okay, all right.
Eh? Only a fool would think that way that negotiation, political negotiation, doesn't come with or don't come with anything. Negotiations come with interest. Now, there has not been a precedent, Boaga. I stand to be corrected. But knowingly, there has not been a precedent where people have collaborated during campaign periods. And if that particular arrangement wins, people are brought on board. Those who consummated that particular arrangement are brought on board. There has not been a precedent where that head of that particular arrangement has taken drastic action against those people. You wouldn't see them going after few only because their personal interest was being tampered with. A case with Madam Eddie Johnson Sirleaf. How she went against people who tamper with of interest. Boaga. I support Joseph Human Boaga. But I'm still being in that state of bewilderment.
All right, so Teves, my question.
Whether Boaga would be that ordinary man, not the traditional politician. To say not because you brought me this far, it means that I can condone whatsoever thing you do. There has not been a precedent. I'm yet to be convinced that Boaga can do it. I'm yet to be convinced because we've heard this times with a number, we've seen it. People protect their people. People protect their people.
All right. So my question to you, Teves, is that have there been any presidential candidate in our history that emerged as leader of this country and that was not supported by any number one warlord, any number two?
You're breaking in.
Okay, you getting me now?
Yeah, loud and clear, Boaga.
Okay. My question is that have there been any president in our country that was not supported by number one, a warlord, number two, past corrupt government official, Number three, somebody that have done one way wrong to this country, one way or the other, and that person got elected on a clean ballot without the support of anybody. Let's begin with Erin Johnson Sirleaf. She was supported by even the Prince Johnson that is supporting Joseph Boakai today. Even the Josh Weah today, he was supported by the Prince Johnsons that is supporting Joe Boakai today. So have there been in other past president, have there been any of them taking leadership that was not one way or the other supported by any body that got involved into corruption or that got involved into killing in our country?
I can come in.
Waga, I come in, Martina. Waga. That is why we want to go against or to give an end to this visual cycle, right? Here is it. You will have people making all of the loudest promises that when I'm elected or if I'm elected, I will have this particular thing be done. For example, let's take the issue of the war crime, the War Economic Crimes Code under consideration for that. CDC, before she came to power, she was one of the staunch advocates for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code in our country. Because you had a man like Prince Johnson, right? Prince Johnson, who hugely and heavily supported the George Weah-led government. You have men like George Simbabole of Grand Jida County. You have others. That is the power of political negotiation against Boakai. So, brother, tell me, you've been advocating for the establishment of the economic and war crimes code in our country. You get men like Prince Johnson, men like George Bolin. The guys heavily supported you. Brother, tell me, because they supported you, so you don't have the guts, the political will to call for the war and economic crime code to bring it. That's what I said. There has never been a precedent. They can't do it because their hands are tied. Because the negotiation, they meant to get interest. My man will support you. If you win, don't bring the war and economic crime code. That is why you see up to now, George Weah, who have been a major proponent of the establishment of the war and economic crime code. Over there, he will begin president, it won't change. He doesn't have the guts to do it because that was already been negotiated. Because politicians, right? Crooked politicians always look for safe haven. That's how they behave. They go to where they see the green light. Crooked politicians. Sunshine politicians. That's how they behave. So now, everyone thinks, right? Weah is failing. So who's the alternative? They feel that Boakai has gotten the sympathy of the Liberian people. So now these traditional and crooked politicians, they are now living where they are damaged, where they are poor. They are running another link to another link where they can get their political platform again to do what they have done in the past.
Okay, so Teves, from your analysis, you think there haven't been any politician or any president that have been elected and never got support from a crooked politician. So, or now you want for that Okay, you want for that president to be said. You want for Joe Boakai to do without receiving support from others, and then become a leader that will make that change, right?
Okay, here's the point, right? Here's the point. You can take a support from somebody, and when the person goes against the majority interest of the people, you can still deal with that person. But has there been a precedent? No. So, with Joseph Boakai, I still harbor that fear that this will be the same old thing. But it's my fear. Although I still support Joseph Boakai, But this is a fear. How can Joseph Boakai allay my fear? Because there has never been a precedent set
All right.
that those crooked politicians who have supported presidential candidates that have won because of political negotiation where their interests were placed on the table and they were promised, and that particular arrangement comes to power. There has never been a time where these things are implemented, what they have spoken about. That is my point. So
Okay.
that's
All
why
right.
if even Boakai wins, right? If even Boakai wins, my expectation will be lower. I'm not carrying my
Okay.
expectation so high that I will be calling on radio or coming on Facebook. Like everybody will say, I'm disappointed in Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai, I never expected this. I will not be that person. That is why my expectation for those who have support have always been lower. And Boakai, for Joseph Boakai, if he wins tomorrow, if he does something on the contrary, my expectation I've already lowered it. I won't be disappointed in Joseph Boakai. Friendly speaking.
Okay. Let Martina come in because we have to go to the phone lines and listen to the voice of Liberians. Martina, you want to come in there? Let's make it snappy so we can take some. You have to unmute yourself.
Boyga, the question you asked, and let me answer that question. Boyga, for some of us that are speaking here today, we don't know anything about 1990, right? What happened normal day doing Downtown, Turbo, Tottenham and time. But let's look at after the war. Let's forget about Charles Taylor. Charles Taylor is a warlord. Ellen's the same. She's a warlord. And then we look at somebody becoming president after the war who they have not been proven yet, even though Honorable Yeke Koluba said that he supported model, but it have not been proven yet. You understand? It's George Mane we are becoming president. You don't expect for a warlord to reject a warlord. Mana Ellie is a warlord. She couldn't reject Prince Johnson's support because she got no moral standing to reject any support from Prince Johnson. So a warlord will not reject a warlord. Granted, let we forget about the two, Charles Taylor and Ellie Johnson said it. They all bath in the same bucket. They all get the same behavior. They all get the same record in this country. But let's look at a George Mane we are. They were desperate to come to power to loot from the Liberian people, in which they have proven, so they could accept even the devil. And seeing today, the Joseph Boakai agenda that we've been pushing, the Joseph Boakai that we've been saying all type of good things about him, the Joseph Boakai that we believe that got wisdom that we're going to take this country from poverty and carry us to middle class life for us to feel that we get a country of our own. Today, the people who have murdered thousands of people in this country, the people who have stolen millions of dollars from the Liberian people, today, the damage that we're facing today, it will not cost just in the job. We are 6 years time. It will cost from the Manasseh time up till now. People who participated in that, bringing Liberians people to higher poverty, making us to be beggars in our own country, to see a Joseph Nima Boakai dancing and whining with them. Boakai, there will be no change if Joseph Nima Boakai becomes president tomorrow. We get rescue murderer, we get rescue King Kong, we get rescue rule. The see where we get fixer murderer, we get fixer criminal. So what you expect from these people, when these people going on round table to decide you and myself fit again, these people going to play a key role. The way you see them on the pulpit, that's how they're going to play a key role. If anybody people wins tomorrow, nobody should fool you, Boakai. For me, I've tired being deceived, and that's why nobody going to deceive me this time around. So Boakai, Joseph Nima Boakai could set that precedent. Let me tell you this today. Joseph Nima Boakai could set that precedent. All the people were against Joseph Nima Boakai. You know how many opinions put Joseph Nima Boakai won in Nima County? Before even April Johnson joined you today? Joseph Nima Boakai will set that precedent that he rejected all these people that had damaged the system, all these people that caused trouble in this country. And he went along with integrity people and he won the election. But till then, John, Biker, we shouldn't expect, like Tava said, his expectation is not high. Biker, me, I don't even have one expectation, sir. What I fix so a rescue win, I don't have one expectation. Because for the matter of fact, Joseph Biker is a quiet leader that never addressed any issues, that never speak to any issues. So I don't expect him tomorrow when he go there, he's going to address anything that will be affecting the Liberian people or that will affect the Liberian people. I don't think that way. That's why we wanted to push all these people away, because he's not he's not somebody leader that always talking. He's a very quiet leader. So we wanted him to be with people that will help him fix the system, not people who have damaged the system that will come to damage the system.
Hello, let me ask you a question. Martina, do you support Representative Yeke Koluba of district? Who do you support in district number 10?
I support Honorable Yeke Koluba 250%, and I can give my reason why I support him.
250%. But this individual that you support 250% was once part of the war and kill people, but you are supporting him 250%. Why is it that?
Okay, let
me conclude, please. Let me conclude. Why is it that can't you allow others to support their own 250%? If you are supporting somebody that got involved into the war and kill people, you are supporting that person 250%. Let the other people to support their own person.
No, my support to Joseph to Yeke Koluba is quite different from the people that you're talking about. Have Yeke Koluba lived on the expense of the ordinary people after the war, after he killed people? Have Yeke Koluba helped any government to damage the system? Yeke Koluba after the war, let me say this to you, after the war, say Yeke Koluba, because Yeke Koluba worked in the Charles Taylor government. Since Charles Taylor left, they fought along with Charles Taylor and they took power, right? After Charles Taylor left, Yeke Koluba has become one of the key advocates for the War and Economic Crime Code. He's on record for that. Yeke Koluba is one of the key advocates to see the system work for every Liberians. Yeke Koluba is one of the key advocates that want the best for Liberians and Mama Liberia. Yeke Koluba is one of the key advocates. He has stand against corruption. How can you compare a Yeke Koluba to a Prince Johnson? How can you compare a Yeke Koluba to a Ellis Stalo? How can you compare a Yeke Koluba to a Edwin Melvin Snow? These people, they are two different people. They are two different people. Biker, Yeke Koluba committed crime, but he has shown to the Liberian people that he ready to pay for the crime he has committed. Yeke Koluba has shown to the Liberian people, if I help you damaging the system, I'm ready to fix it. These people that are near to you, have they ever shown interest of building a system that will benefit the Liberian people? Have they ever shown interest of fighting corruption in this country? Have they ever shown interest of pushing this country forward?
Listen, Martina. You may think that they are not showing interest, but the typical.
What do you mean by you may think that, Braka, you own this show? Be a realist. Don't say I may think that. These people, they are on record for damaging the system continuously. Braka, don't say that. Let me be real. These people are on record for damaging the system continuously.
1 minute.
Listen,
1 minute. Let me come in 1 minute. In support to what Martina is saying, right? Yeke has shown remorse. As a matter of fact, Yeke is on record, like Martina said, calling for the establishment of the war crime code in our country. While we know Yeke, we didn't know Yeke to be a criminal, a rogue rather, someone who steals. We know Yeke, we've known Yeke and continue to know him to be a major participant in our 14 years of civil unrest in our country. This man has shown remorse by calling on publicly the president and his colleagues in the legislature to see how best that the issue about the war crimes code should be established. He never said that was only. This document that will, when the president asks for, way forward suggestion about the war economic crime code, there were petitions, so many petitions. One of them was in the legislature. Yeke Koluba, alongside with his other colleagues, signed that document for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Code in Liberia. Yeke Koluba signed that document that has been in the possession of Buffer Chimon, as Buffer Chimon said that particular document lost. He doesn't know the whereabouts of it. Yeke Koluba has shown remorse. He wants a closure by the establishment of the War Crimes Code so he can avail himself to it. He's now perpetuating himself to power to secure or hide himself from being prosecuted. But this is a man who wants it, not just by saying it, but has affixed his signature to that particular document. So Yeke Koluba is different from them.
Okay. All right. So guys,
we are looking for safe havens to hide themselves and protect themselves. But now, unlike Yeke Koluba, who wants it and who wants it, not just by saying it, but has documented it.
Okay, so we'll go to the phone lines, guys. We can still on this, but for me, I keep saying this: if we Liberians think, this is where my sister normally look at me, but I think an opportunity should be given to every leader. Mr. Cummins,
continuous opportunity.
Councillor Gonglo, Ambassador Boakai, everybody should be given the opportunity to serve, and when they serve, they can be tested when they are leader. You are only given, we only see your true color when you are given power, like where it is now. We trusted we are people. My sister Martina supported we are once. She thought that we could have done better. But now what we are is doing is worse than what she expected. Other people within the CDC thought that we could have done better, but what they put him there for, he's doing absolutely the other way around.
Experience is a lesson, Boyka.
What I'm trying to say, Martina, a leader should be a leader when they are given a position. You can't chastise a leader if they haven't been tested at that position where they are trying to be. So when you give them the authority and tell them that, this is the role I want you to play, and I believe that if you serve in this position, you will make the difference. That's your view on them. But if you haven't given the person that power yet, and you expect them to work or to appear like the way you wanted to appear, how will they appear? You will not say, Baka, come and say, Baka, go and do the Costa Show, but I know you're not do any better. I haven't sat down behind the microphone yet, but you have already judged me. That's one thing.
No. Boyka is quite different, Boyka. Let me say this quick, I beg you. Boyka, the people who associating now, calling themselves rescuer, like rescue murderer, he have been tested on so many occasions. Rescue murderer, you know how many times he have served in government? And up to now, he stayed in government. He was part of the past government. Now he in the present government. Rescue Kikon. Look at Rescue Kikon. Rescue Kikon was in the past government. You saw the damage he caused to the Liberian people. We're looking at these people. Boyka, we're looking at these people, their past record. We are not discussing a Joseph Boyka here. We know Joseph Boyka to be a quiet leader. We know Joseph Boyka to be somebody that don't speak to issues. And that's why we want you to associate with people that will help you. Not people that will come, that will give you tough time and he be quiet about it. You understand? So we know these people record. They're not people that we don't know. We know their record and we know they're coming on the table. We know what they're coming with. They're not just coming. Look at now the whole rescue mission. Nobody is talking about war economic crown court. We saw in the second round when Prince Johnson went to support the CDC. Nobody was discussing about war economic crown court. And when they win the election, they swept it under the carpet. And today, you ask anybody, they say, yeah, we just won't win. When we win, we know what to do. Look, some of us did not eat our school fees. So nobody can fool us. We experience it with a George man, and today we're seeing it again. Prevention is better than cure. If everybody will go and support their own warlords, their own criminal, few of us will be on record that we stand up for the right thing. That's what I wanted Liberian people to know.
All right, let's go to
say whatsoever you want to say, but we want the best for our country and our people. We can't criticize somebody that we support it because we want to win election. Hell no. It don't work that way.
Because we are 0770-102-102, 86-010-383, 555-102-102. Let's take somebody on the WhatsApp number this morning. I hope he didn't do the same thing yesterday. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Bokai. My name is Stanley, and I call you from China. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Go ahead, make your contribution, brother.
Yes, just to speak to the issue like Teve was speaking about in terms of if when Boaka win, if you win to actually meet up with the expectation. When you look at Boaka, the decision he made, or looking at the kind of support that Madam Yomli Kanga giving for him to be able to choose between Yomli and Senator Kun, to be able to choose Senator Kun. I know that all of those people that are supporting Mr. Boakai, if he win the election, he will be able to make a third decision based on the decision that he made previously to choose Senator Kun. So in election, one thing we have to understand is that this election is about number. With all the number, before you can make any other decision statewide, you have to be in that position first. So if you cannot meet up with the number to be in that position, you cannot make any change. You cannot make any action to be able to make a positive change. So you need the number first. You need the support of everyone.
Teves want to ask you a question. Teves, go ahead.
You said that the decision that Boaka made between Yomli was a better decision. What do you actually mean? For which you say the decision that he made was a better decision, that going forward when he becomes president, those decisions and you made will be a better decision. What do you actually mean?
No. I think Terry, you never hear me. I never said that it was a better decision. Looking at this kind of support that normally giving, everyone was expecting that you were going to choose Madakanga. But at the end of the day, he make another decision that people are not expecting. So I know that everyone that giving their support when he wins, definitely you're going to take many people by surprise.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's come back home and take this person. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Wanga. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Thank you. And I want to say good morning to Teves and Fatina. My name is Shaq Sigurd, and I join you from Houston Resident English Tour.
Okay, welcome.
Yes. Thank you. First thing I want to question Fatina for the way she thinks. You know, she thinks that perception is fight. And which of course is not true. Perceptions are not fight. You know, whenever she says something, she will say that it's fight. Anything she says, oh, that thing will happen and it's fight. No. And you know, I love the way you put it. When you can't get Josh Ambassador Boakai because they haven't given me the power yet. That is when it happens. You know, people saying that they are yet to see Ambassador Boakai making decisions and made a short decision. But I would like to say this to you: it takes men to expel your party, political leader from the party after she took that wrong decision against the positioning of the party. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you, Madam Ellen Johnson said it. One of the decisions one and again one more pay. Now another decision one and Ambassador Joe Boakai too. But I would like to say this. You know, the sessions are not fast. But Martina, you say you want to educate us, but we are outside here. You should know that we are wise enough to understand our own thing. So you cannot come. You say you want to bring watch. If you think that what Boakai just said about Mr. Koluba, if you think that Mr. Koluba took part in the war, it is not because he's calling for it. Do not support him at all.
Okay,
not just because he's out there. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take somebody from the diaspora. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Bob. My name is Michael Harris, and I call from Minnesota.
Welcome, Michael.
Yeah, let me. Like I always say, I like the way you try to dissect the issues. Let me commend you for that once more. But I often hear your sister on the show say everybody protecting their criminal. Joseph Walker got a lot of criminal around him. Look, nobody in Liberia closet is free. If very Costa, you think he's an angel? He himself, he got some people around who have got packages. No respect to Mr. Yuri. But he say he have been putting food. He participated in government. He played a key role in government before that. We know that human rights record was very terrible. Even he let it on UN sanction list. So nobody will come here and think that the other person that the process is better. Even the very Hero Costa he talk about when you hire COP. Most of you should go on Hero Costa Show and say that, oh, you expect Ben Sambi because he doesn't stand for what the COP stand for. What Costa used to say? Because he meant to 45,000 Liberian money he didn't pay in loan in Liberia. Costa say, leave my brother Ben, and you're not let my brother Ben, leave my brother Ben. I never want to see one day publicly come, oh, yeah, advocates for them follow him. I never want to see him publicly come and condemn Ben Sambi for that act. So everybody, I'm going to tell the person that process this thing here.
Hello.
Costa
sir. And I were on a show, and he openly called on Ben to try and pay the people money. He said that repeatedly here on the show. He said, my man Ben, please try and pay the people money. Yeah, so the noise can move from behind you. He's
yeah, but okay. But the point I'm making is that so he himself, these are people who are close to him, his brother. So somebody will tell you say, I will not feel with Henry Costa because of a relationship with Ben Sambi. So nobody got clean 100% clean rubber on this side. Now at least we even talk about Liberia. So if you mind down and then nobody will qualify to take leadership in our country. That's the point I want to.
Thank you so much. Let's take another person here quickly. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Baka Kamara and Martina Konate Sylvester as well. Danisha Chara is my name. I call from Minnesota. So I want to use this time to call on Martina to stop confusing the Liberian people. You cannot push once a message over 5 years that somebody is good, man. Out of the blue sky, you come back and say, oh, because the person got support wall or supporter. We went through 14 years of civil crisis. There's no one in Liberia, no political party that is free that don't have supporter of those who participated in the war. Even the Teon Gongo you're talking about. No matter what, Teon Gongo will have people that participated in the war. Teon Gongo will have people who stole Liberian people resources. The decisions surely lie on the president who is in the seat. So if you believe in GMB wisdom, then support GMB. If you don't believe in GMB wisdom, stop beating around the bush and say, oh, because he got people, other people supporting him.
Okay, so thank you so much. Let's take another person. Good morning.
Brother, good morning, brother.
Good morning. Welcome.
Thank you, brother. Brother, this is Bobby Abu Menska, brother. I do join the conversation this morning. Worker from District 6 at SD Koboro. Let me appreciate the point. Brother, listen, we have done with this criticize our leader. It is time for us as an opposition to make a make forces. If we are in the opposition, in the interest of the ordinary masses, we must go and portray this person, this person, that. Even though we are here from the Labour Party, obviously we were disenchanted with the issue that we all confronted with. We did not embrace the ticket. We were not happy with the ticket in Baghdad choosing for. But yet still, our leader has swallowed our bitterness. We as followers of those leaders, we shouldn't continue to do that because when we continue to stop with him, we will lose a lot of votes within this country. So we are not there for the cause of the people. So our caution tells our people, let us remain calm. Let us sacrifice our interests. Let us do everything that we think to get the full body person out of our midst. That's the only way. Together we won't ticket, support the opposition. Senator Yopley cannot already agree. That is the reason they refer to as rescue today. She's the rescue model, and she agreed on working along with it. She struggled a bit and for the interest of the country. Broker, get your penalty. Please, Broker. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We take some more calls. 0770 102 102 86 0103 83 555 102. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Burger, and good morning to your studio guests.
Welcome.
And my name is Maurice Semed, the John Costa of Liberia. Calling you from Clarendon to be Pacific. And you see what Martina is doing. She's not doing a rightful thing. You know, you can't consider even my beloved father or my son Henry P. Costa cannot convince me where I am now to go against Burger, because you know what? Even Jeremiah Kunda Burger has chosen to be a running mate. To become a running mate. Jeremiah Kun hasn't fought any war in this country. So when we used to say, "Oh, Josh, we are," and he added smart and by allowing him to be the standard bearer after when they went for that meeting, he said nobody will come on my party to become a standard bearer. I don't want to be the face of the party. I mean, of the ticket. Okay, then you say, "Oh, and Boga, you will not support Eddie because he want to prosecute Eddie." Boga has to. So now Boga should refuse the people because he want to be president or he get the fear of the European people. But not should be confusing people here. You know, we all love the country. We all love the country as much we think we love this country. So she shouldn't be running around
thank you. So you see, this is it. Everybody have their point of view. When we give you the chance to call in, you can disagree with Martina, Teves, and I, and try to convince people why you disagree with them on issues. But to come now and be criticizing and whatsoever, that's the wrong. If somebody says something that you don't agree with, come up with your own. You know, that's why you are giving the opportunity. That's why we open the phone line. So she make her point. That's her point of view. Everybody here on the show have their point of view. That's why we give you, the listener, the time to call in and make yours. Change the mindset of people that are listening to you, telling that what she's saying, oh, it's not blah, blah, blah. I think it should be done this way. That's it. Make your own case. That's what the opportunity is given to you, please. If you keep writing on what she said, I don't think you are making any change here. So let's take another person here. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you? This is Alex Menebo calling from Minnesota.
Okay, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, I just want to congratulate my brother, my little brother, BK. He seems to be very intelligent. He's very creative. He's very, he's not emotional as compared to other guys, especially Martina. So I just want to tell you, thank you for your good job. I see why Costa has chosen to be a deputy. He's very intelligent. That's what I want to say. And finally, we are all Liberian. Even in Minnesota, we are all Liberian. There is nobody like Jesus Christ in Liberia. We all get our butt. And we are here. We that did not participate in the war, we were taking side in the war. Somebody APC, local defense force. Yeah. So in other words, we all did something that good for the country. So it is time for us to come together and start just finding a few people, Prince Johnson, blah, blah, blah. I mean, all come together.
So the Burger go ahead, change your interest. You're calling the least intelligent man in the world.
Thank you so much.
Hello. Hey, Labia people.
All right, let's take another person on the line. We can take like roughly about 5 more calls. Let's take somebody from this angle here. Good morning, DJ Lomé. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Baka. Let me say good morning to Tevet and good morning to my sister Martina. Look, Baka, thank you for the role you are playing. You know, you say you play a neutral role, and like just how it should be. Look, Honorable Baka is not somebody that go or is a sin. My sister Martina can understand. Look, we got to make the case for other people, for other people to follow her too. So in Amway says Martina is going there. Maybe she know her point that she's pushing. And for someone who will know her point, so we shouldn't be down on her that she's doing this, she's doing that. Why she feels? Because she has been in politics for a very long time too. For some of us that have been there for almost 50 years in there, we know how politics go. Since she said she was supporting Boakai, but doing all the people that women Boakai bringing in, what she got problem with. And that her choice, that her right. You can't take it from her. For me, I know those people that are coming in, if you have worked with Honorable Bwaka before, you will know this man. Look, everybody will come on Honorable Bwaka will come honor you now. But it will come to a time that you say, hey, I think that will make sure to take a decision here. He took it when you were on Noka. I saw what he did to that boss in Noka when he put his son on that scholarship and he told him to leave him. You think one man, Eddie Johnson said, a friend of the old man Bwaka. Bwaka is a man that when he stands for something, you don't talk. But the day he talk, it becomes problem for you if you're in the wrong. So I hope and pray that Liberian people keep following this show and let us make the best decision for tomorrow for our children. Not for us, not for our children. Thank you and have a God bless day.
Okay, thank you so much, DJ Lume, for calling in. We still taking some of your calls here this morning. On the WhatsApp number 077. The WhatsApp number is +231 888 624171. And let's take somebody from this line here. Good morning, welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Doctor.
Welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, my name is I'm calling you from Cornwall.
Cornwall, welcome.
Yeah, today on your line, what is you, man? I just want to tell my sister that that people are joining Visa Bwaka, they are bad people. Some people separately they are supposed to Visa Bwaka, they now looking for government position. So you can't just say people are joining Visa Bwaka that all need to they are supposed to Visa Bwaka. And I know that in time, so that's going to Visa Bwaka. Because anybody Visa Bwaka on board, whether you will go for Visa Bwaka, we're not going to support for Visa Bwaka. So today, I'm very surprised that this year is showing your support for Visa Bwaka, telling people that coming on board, you will not be for one year, for one people, they can support for Visa Bwaka. They are not looking for government position.
Okay.
So, yeah, so you will not be thinking that way.
All right.
All head together and see how there you can support the party and everybody come to power.
All right. Thank you so much. Now take DJ Loco, that's Sika Chipo, the radio advisor to the Costa Show. Welcome.
Mr. Kamara, thank you and good morning to you also. I would like to say good morning to Brother Teves and Martina. And for the public, I am the religious advisor to the Costa Show and I'm calling from Nicholas Town this morning.
Welcome.
Bwakai, thank you. You know, I listen to the both of you. Everyone is entitled to his or her view. But there are some views that have the propensity to derail what we are yearning for. Let me say this. They want to look for clean people. Then let's go back to Taylor's administration. They made some urinal work with Taylor also as head of Maritime. And he was there, right? So should we say to him, you don't have the ability, you don't have to have a political party because Taylor regime was one of the regimes too that was so corrupt, there was no accountability. Should we go to that record too, right? My brother, let me say this to you finally. Bwakai, we are not against anybody. You got your right to your view. I got my right to my view. But your decision cannot convince me if you don't have the tangibles. You know, I'm looking at this thing like some people want to highlight the football player that you can watch your football game. Me, I'm not a sportman. You see that football player they call Maguire? You see Maguire is on the field, but he always left to school for his opponent. I think that's the decision some people have taken. But we don't care. Thank you for affording me the time.
Thank you so much. We take 3 more calls. Good morning. 3 more. Good morning. Welcome.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, welcome. Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, my name is Prince Godson Judy, son of Ibrahim Godson, and I joined from the Borough of Newcastle.
Welcome.
Yeah, okay, let me appreciate you guys for the topic on discussion this morning. My brother, my attention has been due to the issues of the Justice Minister yesterday, the protest at the Capitol building. I'm so disappointed in the justice system of Liberia to the extent that George Biden, we are appointed a guy who cannot orchestrate a good justice in Liberia. George Biden, we are appointed a criminal who does not know the rules of justice in Liberia today. Inside being a shitty.
Hello.
Yeah.
Are you a citizen?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you reached out to the party to let them know that this is what this is your dissatisfaction? And if yes, what have they told you?
Thank you so much. Yesterday we go protest at the Capitol building and we go to the Justice Ministry. Most are there. They didn't go to work yesterday. This is what? This is the incompetence of the people that
okay, so who you think can better replace Mutadin?
What do you say?
Who do you think can better replace Musa Din as justice minister?
My brother, my friend, you know, we are trying yet for the dismissal of Musa Din. If we are dismissed Musa Din, then we the division or we the concern like that way can come together and push the propaganda for George Weah to appoint another people person than Musa Din.
I know that George Weah will appoint, but from your own point of view, you know, I like the fact that you are a sedition and whatsoever, and he's working with your government. My question here is, if Musa Din is taken from the position, who you think is capable to replace him as justice minister? As simple as that. Probably you have somebody in mind.
But for now, I will tell you, I don't have somebody in mind. But we are trying on a dismissal of justice minister from Musa Din because he is working in favor of the opposition, not in favor of this government or not in favor of the Liberian people.
Okay, so what makes you think that he's working in favor of the opposition?
This child of Musu is that he have a clear disposition that in shooting Rob Brewster and now in taking some advice from the opposition members.
Okay, so Musa Din and the president, who have the higher authority in the country?
The president have the higher authority.
Okay, so do you think that the president can tell Musa Din to come over the report or not?
Come again?
Do you think the president can tell Musa Din to come over the report or not?
The president can tell him to come over the report.
So why is it that the president can muster the courage to tell Musa Din to come over the report?
My brother, the president is not all at the time.
Yeah, but if you as a sedition crying for this to happen and you think that your president can listen to you guys when you protested yesterday, why is it that the president can muster the courage and tell Musa Din, say, come up with this particular report because my partisans are crying and they want to know who's the doer of this act? Why do you think the president can just do that?
My brother, we entrusted our country to George Weah. We know President Weah is slow but in show. We're giving him few time, but yes,
you said President Weah is slow but sure, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how long have this been? It's been close to 3 months now. How slow is he to act on things?
Bro, if you guys want to put finger in the president through, the president is not indecisive. Like some people, the president is seeing what's going on.
Okay, so I think if you're saying that the president is seeing what is going on, I think the president should muster the courage and act now. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. You know, I just wanted to. We take one final caller on this line. Then we go on the call-in segment. Good morning, welcome. Okay, sorry about that. Let's take somebody from this line here. Good morning. Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, this is Sam calling from the United Kingdom. My own point of view, it's to do with the fact that most of the government in Liberia are recycling themselves. That's one point. My second point is that the War Crime Court establishment will never go away because it has an impact on our democracy. In view of that, I will call any of the aspirant president, Gonglo or Kumi or Boakai, to give the Liberian people the opportunity to have referendum. Referendum is the only answer to the establishment of the War Crime Court in Liberia, whereby the citizen will be given the right to go and vote whether they want War Crime Court, because none of this president will endorse it. Let them just give the Liberian people referendum, then we will decide.
All right. Thank you so much. So, folks, this is how we come to the end of the call-in segment of the show. Guys, you listen to the callers. Martina will begin with you. We take a few minutes to wrap it up here. So, you listen to all of the calls, and let's just make that a session. The person been really on my back. I don't know. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Boakai.
Yeah.
This is Sarah from Ohio.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you. Everybody is beating on Martina about her opinion. I don't have problem with her opinion. I mean, some I see recently where, because I have the same fear that she does, I have some of the concern that she has. But then again, I'm not going ahead and saying, "Oh, I'm still support Barker, but my support is a little weary," like Sylvester said. But I'm not going ahead. The only place I disagree with her is her putting her opinion as a fact, or what she thinks we're having as a fact. You cannot compare somebody else, what Judge Weir did, to what Barker will do. Yeah, it's concerning because of these individuals that are coming on board. Yes, their records is scary for them to be aligning with Black Eye or Cummings, whoever. But we cannot say, "Oh, for sure, because we did not do this when they did this, so Black Eye will not do this." We can't say that. We can only call for him to, like Terry said, to ease our concern, our fear. Yeah, we expect for us to do that, but for us to say, "Oh, this is what happened before," so our thinking or our opinions, a Bible or is the Quran, so this is going to happen, and that's what I say, and it's going to happen. I think that's that's your opinion. That's what you think will happen, and we pray. If it comes to, even though my concerns are there and my support is wary, but if it comes to Bwakai and Joe, we are any day, I would tell Bwakai. If it comes to Kumi and we are any day, I would tell. But if we go in here saying, "Oh, we will not do anything because of this," then it's like we pushing we have to stay there for, and we see what we can do, but we haven't seen what the other people can do. So I would rather, not be beating on her, but sometimes she needs to start making it seem like, "Oh, she knows this all as well."
All right.
Thank
you so much. Guys, you listen to the caller. That's our last call in. Martina, we'll start off with you. And you can just add your parting comment and listen to the callers.
Well, again, I want to say this. They can beat as much as they think they can. I got a very tough skin. The people we are discussing today, I'm on record for never supporting them. Not because today they're supporting so-called rescue mission, you expect a Martina to sing praises to them. Individuals difference between you and Martina. Some of you don't stand up for a drink, and Martina stand up for something. And Martina always stand by her voice. That's the difference between you and Martina. If I say this thing is bad, I'm not going to come back. Despite my disagreement with Joseph Boyka, I still believe that Joseph Boyka is a good man. But some of you, if you disagree today, you have a lot of things to say about Joseph Boyka. That's the difference between me and you. I've never seen praises to April Johnson. Every Snow, every starter, I have never. Not because today he's supporting you people. Some of you tone have changed, and my tone will never change. I remain the Martina Konata that criticize these people. They can even support Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessing be upon him, or even Jesus Christ. I will still criticize them. What's more about a Joseph Boyka? You think when they supported Joseph Boyka will not criticize them? You're beat as much as you people think you can beat. You will not change my tone. What did you people not do before? You're not paying people to insult me or change my tone? It ever put fear in me? If you know Martina Konate, you will not even waste your time on thinking that you can silence her. Because nobody on this planet Earth that can silence Martina Konate, only the Almighty God. The day he take away my life, then I will be silent forever. But till then, nobody should think that you can criticize Martina or what. I got a very tough skin. And you know why you're criticizing will not do anything to me? Because what I stand for, you don't stand for it. Some of you today, you're waiting for a very fat job with fat money. What make you people think that a government that gave birth to corruption going to establish the economic crime code? Are you people dreaming? That's why we wanted people around a Joseph Boyka. The Unity Party government will never establish a World Economic Crime Code. These people get rich on the expense of we the Liberian people. These people got rich on the expense of we the Liberian people. So y'all stop fooling yourself here and say you're fooling somebody. The Unity Party that I know that gave birth to corruption in this country will never establish economic crime code. So y'all stop fooling yourself and people who think that you people can control them. Nobody can control me. A Unity Party, we know the record. Like I said, I supported United Party because of Joseph Nima Boyka. I was. because of Joseph Nima Boyka. But leave a United Party has caused a lot of pain in this country. The record are there. Very clear. Everybody can attest to it. Regrouping criminals to come and loot on the expense of the Liberian people. That what you want me to celebrate? That what you want me to bow down to? I would never bow down to it. Why is it when we criticize ANC people, United Party people get the feelings and think that they can silence Martina Konate? You can't silence me because you don't make me. I even promoted you. You don't make me. So you cannot silence me. I will continue to speak on ills. I was supporting Joseph Boyka in the past, and I still criticize the United Party government. You people will never establish the war and economic conquest in this country. Watch and see. Because you people are the middle of corruption in this country here, and are the same people that regrouping with other criminals to come back again to loot from this country to live on the expense of the Liberian people.
Okay. Thank you so
Boyka,
much.
thanks. That's my passing for me.
All right, Teves.
Thank you, Boyka. And like I intimated previously, that I still support JMB, but very, very leery in my support in terms of me being courteous, in terms of me managing my expectations, in terms of me not being overzealous, and that JMB and will do a best to the best of my knowledge, seeing the kind of a configuration of political, guys who we've condemned yesteryears, who we've shunned, in terms of their doings, what they brought to the governmental, arena, what they have done in destroying the country, aiding George Weah and others to bring our country into a total and serious disrepute. That's what I'm cautious about. But yes, they still support JMB. The Liberian people, we are kind of interested. Waka. I left Costa yesterday when he said something on the show. Costa said, let me quote him verbatim. He said, and I quote, I don't change. It is the Liberian people who change. Because when you just few hours ago, right, Waka, when we were dealing with George Weah and officials, pointing out those ills that why they shouldn't be re-elected, we saw the tons of commendations that were on this particular post, on the last week. We saw tons of commendations because of what George Weah has done and his people, right? Those same people who have helped George Weah to destroy the country now, they are running to the other side. Now, some of the Liberian people want us to see them as angels. They want us to see them as Puritans. For us or for me, I don't operate like that. Meaning, I will never attempt or try to enslave my conscience to speak the truth. Let me say this. I'm not being cocky. Neither am I being arrogant, right? My eating pen isn't in anyone's house. I'm a man. I know what is good for me and stuff and what I do. I will say it like I see it. If you my friend, if you dislike me from being like that, that's the business. Take away your friendship. But I will not see the right and then close my eyes on it. I don't play according to the winds of politics. They get something in political science they call the tyranny of the majority. Not always the majority, right? Sometimes the majority can make bad decisions. And the bad decision, this is why the consequence we are feeling now. What George Weah, the majority voted George Weah today, we are feeling the pinch of his bad governance. Right? And because people are singing hallelujah, hallelujah. Because they are singing hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. When you see small Lucifer thing inside, we shouldn't say small second thing inside. We shouldn't say, for me, I don't operate like that. In as much I support you as my friend, I support you in any arrangement. But when I see the wrong, I will speak out. So I want to say thank you for following the show. We'll be here tomorrow and give our own analytical prescription to the happiness in the country. Thank you very much, Parker.
All right. So, you know, I like everybody closing statement, and for me, some we normally say how I am leaning the Buakai's way. Some will say I'm leaning the Kumi's way. Some will say I'm X, Y, and Z. For me to be real, I stand for the truth, and I say it as it is, and I just want to be that realist, like even Tevez is as well, and even Martinez is. This platform was crossed over to us, and we will get a view of everybody, no matter what position that you are serving in, no matter who or which political party that you are supporting. You will be given the opportunity to make your view and just do it civilly. That's all that we need here. We will sharpen the contradictions. We will make the case. If you come up with an argument and you think that you will just override us, we will checkmate you and put you to where you have to be. The opportunity is everybody. We all are here for Liberia. Liberia is all we have. We have to take out ourselves from in the politics and focus on the country. I don't need to put my feelings into politics and forget about the country. This is about Liberia now. It's not about me, Boaka. It's not about Martina. It's not about Costa. It's not about Teves. It's about Liberia. The only way we can get this country back from Weah and his gang is by being civil and approaching the issues as we discuss them. Yeah, as we discuss them. So this place will give you the opportunity. You can come and criticize us. You can come and say yours. You can come and do whatsoever thing once you are doing it civilly, and we'll have a perfect discussion. Liberia, let's give everybody the opportunity. When Mr. Cummings know that he's coming to change this country, let's give him a chance. Mr. Cummings is a man of his words. If we think that if he get to power, he will not make that change, we will judge him. He will go into history that he lied to the Liberian people. If Mr. Gongolo that will be coming on the matter of change, and he's given the opportunity to make that change, and he feel the Liberian people, he and his family will go into history that they lied to the Liberian people, and they got elected. They didn't serve well as Joseph Newman Boakai. Let's give everybody, all the contestants, all those that are vying for the position, let's give them a chance and see what they get to offer, like we did for Weah, like we did for Ellen, like we did for Taylor, like we've been doing for other leaders. Let's give them a chance and see if they mean well for this country. If you don't mean well, history will judge you. But giving them the opportunity is what we have to. So, folks, join us tomorrow. We'll be here with another edition of the Costa Morning Show. Teves Na, Boaka Amara Kamara Martina, and hope Dannington will join us tomorrow. So, up until then, it's bye bye from our end.